What's up, guys? It's Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you some content from a brand new game I'm playing called Vainglory. Now, Vainglory is not necessarily a new game. It has been out for almost a year, but it is a fantastic 3v3 MOBA, which is basically a multiplayer online battle arena type game. And this is where you pair off into groups of 3, and you basically have it out. Now, the goal of the teams here is to basically get to the other side, to the opposing spawn. If you look at the mini-map in the top right, you'll see red specks on the mini-map, and you'll see blue specks. Now, the specks are your friendly minions and the turrets that are guarding your particular spawn. In the spawn, there are veins, which is basically a pink crystal, and the other team is trying to destroy that. Now, you're doing the same thing, and I'm just hopping straight into a gameplay here to kind of show you guys what this game is all about. This one actually was a pretty sweet ending to it. I'm not going to spoil the surprise for those of you that are into the game already, but just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up that Vainglory is something that's here to stay. It's something that you're going to see more and more on my channel. I'm still going to be playing Clash. I'm still going to be featuring Clash content and doing Clash guides. However, Vainglory is something that's extremely fun. It's something that I'll be streaming. I will be partaking in lots of these games, and it's something that you can do with the community as well. We can hop into games, do private matches, do all kinds of really interesting things. I'll talk more about that in future videos, as well as in future videos go into depth as far as how to play the game, tips and tricks, strategy, all that kind of stuff. So each hero here that you're playing with has a different set of abilities. Now, you'll see the lane up towards the top of the mini map where the two icons are. There's 3 there now, but basically that is the lane, and that is typically a ranged carry hero, where their job up there is to go ahead and snipe minions, and you can see the minions getting killed there by Lord Stevo in the lane, and there is Kalkmaster on the opposing team. Now we jump out of the bushes here and do go ahead and gank him, get the kill, and we hop back down into the jungle. Now the jungle is the lower portion of this map where we are now, and each particular area of the map has its own goal. You'll see that we do engage in a fight here. We try to take down Lady Mystica. However, we choose not to fully engage. We do call out for backup at this point to have our Vox in the lane come down and help us out with engaging these guys. It would have been a 3v2. However, at this point, you'll notice his character has stopped moving in the lane right about now, and he has had his phone die. So at this point, we are playing 2v3 for the rest of this match. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So Vox never comes to support, and my character Krul is actually running away. Now we do have Fortress, who's more of the tanky type, and I was just kind of getting into describing the different types of characters. You have your laners, or your carries, and they work the lane basically, and their job is to take out minions and basically bag a bunch of gold so you can buy items, which you're seeing now at the store. Now there's 2 stores. There's one in your spawn, and there's one neutral store that's in the jungle. In the very center portion of it, you can see on the mini map there that the store is in the very middle. So both teams can access that store. However, only your team can access the one in your spawn. At the store, you can level up various different builds. You can, build each hero differently each game. And the cool part about this game is no matter when you start playing, you can be competitive immediately. To compare it to Clash of Clans for a second, if you're a new player in Clash of Clans, you're going to start at level 1 with a Town Hall 2 base, basically. And you're not going to be able to compete with those guys that have already been playing the game for a year. Those guys that have been playing the game for a year, they're going to be Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10 players, and they're going to be far more advanced than you are. And you will not be able to, even compete. It's just not in the game mechanics to be able to do so. However, in this game here, every single game that you start at a level 1, and the only thing that you're gaining is ranks and prestige and experience that's going to help you as the game progresses. So it's really, really cool from a competitive standpoint in that regard. So you can basically, join up tomorrow, and even though I've been playing playing this for a few weeks now, you'll be able to hop in a game pretty much immediately and compete with me. So, due to the fact that we're 1-on-2 here and basically 2v3, I do go ahead and get killed. So it's a little bit of a slow start. We're trying to do some farming here. The whole point of the minions that are around the map are basically so you can get gold. Now I'm pinging, you can see the little purple question marks pop up. I'm pinging him to see what the deal is because he still is sitting in spawn. At this point, we did not realize that his phone died and he could not get to a charger. So we were wondering what the heck's going on and, if we should surrender at this point. Like I was literally saying in TeamSpeak, which we are in TeamSpeak, which is a voice communication server, to Chronoside. I'm like, hey man, we should just start a new game. Surrender this one because it doesn't look likely that we're going to be able to compete 2v3. So we decided not to surrender and just see how it went. The minion mines here that you can see us capturing, these minion miners pop up at 4 minutes. Of the battle, and what they do is they control the strength of your own minions that are up in the lane. Now each of your minions do a certain amount of damage, and when you control the minion mines, which are in each side of the map respectively, they will make your minions stronger and be able to push further down the lane. So as you can see, another 3v2 team fight breaks out here. I think they realize at this point that they're up against us 2v3, so they're being a little bit more aggressive, and we're having to kind of play a little bit passively until our abilities rank up. Speaking of abilities, look towards the bottom of the screen. You can see me clicking my different abilities. I've got a Dead Man's Rush, which is the claw. I've got Spectral Smite, which is the skeleton, and basically the Dead Man's Rush, that's going to do a little bit of a rush at the opponent, and it hits them for a significant amount of damage, but it also provides a shield, which you'll see in white in my health bar when I use it. And then the Spectral Smite, which comes down from the sky, it's like a moonbeam almost. It actually is your kind of a nuke. It does a significant amount of damage, and it also will actually heal you. So it's kind of the way that I keep the fight going, and it makes Krul, the particular hero that I am right now, a very, very difficult hero to fight against. So anybody that's melee up against a Krul is going to have a difficult time. The range carries, though, like a Ringo, typically have the number of Krul, and you're going to see some of those fights later on in this match. So to talk a little bit about the different matchups, each team typically has a laner. It's typically a range carry. You see Caulkmaster chasing me back to my turret. I run back to my turret in order to have it cover me, and they do a significant amount of damage to heroes. But we jump out of the bushes and try to get Caulkmaster down, which we do successfully there, and we're able to go ahead and back up. And at this point is where the battle is kind of turning at this point. We've got a 2v3 situation the entire time, but we're playing very cautiously, and you'll see Lady Mystica here runs up on me. And the crazy thing about Vainglory is some of you are wondering, well, why do they just rush in like that? If you're in the bushes and you're not moving, they can't actually see you until you're like literally right on top of each other. So it's kind of a fog of war effect, or like a shroud. You can see in the bushes we're kind of hanging out there. You can basically teleport back to your spawn at any time if you need to buy, and in your spawn on those steps right there, it actually will heal you and restore your energy at a very rapid rate so you can get back into battle. So you can see the battle in the lane here. The minions are pushing. They will naturally push up the lane, fighting anything in their path, whatever's closest, and their goal is to kind of take out those turrets, as you saw just happen. Now, the fact that that turret has gone down means those minions and the enemy heroes can push further up the lane unchecked, and we're trying to do the same thing. Now, they do get a little bit of a head start on us. Again, I sit in the bushes, kind of wait for the enemy Catherine, which is played by Simple Enigma, to run up. Catherine is kind of a tanky character, and she's kind of made for support, to be annoying, and to more or less draw the attention onto her rather than her teammates. So again, getting back to the different roles, you have typically a laner, which is like a range carry. You've got a kind of a DPS type of character that plays in the jungle, and you also have a support character, which is typically a tank or something close to it. So it's not always like that, but to make a really solid composition of heroes, it's like that most of the time. The gold miner that I'm attacking right now in the middle, you see that immense payout collected. That pays me quite a bit of gold, I believe 300 gold when it's full, and we're able to go ahead and put that in the bank. And now when we control that gold miner, it will actually attack the enemy heroes if they're in the area and we are engaged. So there's some benefits there to having the gold miner. Mainly though, it's to get the gold, and it's on a timer. You'll see up on the mini map there's actually a little timer that is going around, and as that gets around to full again, if the enemy team has not killed that gold miner, we will collect again on that gold mine as soon as it's full. So it's good to have that in your control. You don't necessarily want to cap it when it's empty because it won't pay you as much, but you can see here we're just kind of going for kills, trying to rank up and keep some farming going. We've got Chronosite at level 9, we've got myself at level 8, and we're just trying to play smart. I see we've got a little team fight going here, and I jump in, and it's time to do a little 2v3 action. We're going to go ahead and burst down one of them. We do take out one of them. On to the next one. He's not going to get away either. Got me at low health, but I do have my shield up, and he jumps back into battle. I do end up going down, so it's got a pretty intense fight here, but Chronosite does a great job chasing him down. He's got a bleed on him. All he needs to do is get one more hit. He does get stunned, but Clockmaster runs back into battle trying to finish him off, but he's able to pop his ultimate ability, which you unlock typically at level 6, and that is the ability on the far right on your toolbar on the bottom. But the ultimate ability is something typically that's kind of an overpowered ability that does significant damage or buffs you in a certain way. So yeah, I mean, guys, this is a really, really fun game. You can see I'm just pushing up the lane right now, taking out some minions. I'm going to be trying to clear the path as much as possible. Each time you kill an enemy hero, they're sent back to their spawn, and there's a respawn timer. So you basically, the mini goal is to take out all of the opposing players. It's called an ace. Your minions get a bonus. Everything is kind of powered up for a brief period. But more importantly, that leaves the objectives unguarded. So you don't have anybody guarding the objectives. You can, mow through these minions really easily. So here I call for Chronosite to come up, hop onto Clockmaster. I'm actually going to jump on him, use my ability here. That's my ultimate. Knock him down with a little bit of a stun, and then he's got a bleed on him. We're going to go ahead and get the kill here for that. So really nice job there to Chronosite chasing him down. And again, we're just, now that he's back in spawn, each time you get sent back for a kill, you're there longer and longer. So the reason I stop in the bushes is because there's a passive ability. It's my heroic perk, and it's called Shadows Empower Me. Basically, I stop in the bushes for 1.5 seconds when I'm out of combat, and it is going to make it so I sprint out of them and apply a slow that will slow down the target by 40% for 3 seconds, which makes it very difficult for them to get away from me. And at this point, we've got very, very good control of the map. We've got both minion mines covered. I don't normally take the minion mines as a high priority, but due to the fact that we were 2 on 3, that additional power from the minion mines was very, very handy. I am building tornado triggers right now for my Krul, for the attack speed, because we're trying to put out as much damage as quickly as possible on this team, just because we were down 2v3, so those team fights were huge. So here they are engaging us again in the jungle. Clockmaster stumbles upon us. We kill him really quickly as the rest of his team tries to come to his aid, but it's too late. And if you're going to engage us 2v2 with melee classes on a Krul, it's just not going to work out for you. As you can see, our health bar is not even really dipping. We've gotten 2 out of the 3 killed, and we're going for the 3rd right now, trying to get the ace. We aren't going to get her, but we do push her back into the base. The other 2 are respawned, and they are going to be sitting through quite a lengthy timer at this point, if they died a few times now. So I'm going to start bursting down the turret, and we do kill one of the enemy turrets, and we're like, well, what the hell? Lots of minions are providing cover for us, so let's go ahead and take down the next turret as well. So we're going to go ahead, take out the minion miner real quick, and the only reason we're doing this is because we know the enemy team is preoccupied with taking that minion miner back, so we know that there's going to be opportunities for us to gank in the jungle here as they come back, just like this, to take on that minion miner. So we take out their most dangerous DPS class first, which is the Koshka, which is like an assassin class, and then I go after the Ringo next. We lock onto him, burst him down before he can escape, and at this point, we're on to Catherine, which is making a break for it, but I don't think that she's going to really, do much damage to us. Catherines are notoriously weak. You can pretty much ignore them. However, they can be very, very prickly as they do stun. They have a stun ability, so it can interrupt you, and it makes it very, very difficult to get away from them if they're, having the support of one of their teammates trying to kill you. So again, with all those minions providing shielding, we're able to burst down this next turret. We get it almost about dead, and Clockmaster there, Ringo, hops in. We do get the turret down, and at this point, it is retreat time. As you can see, he can do a lot of damage to me quickly, and he has the ability to kite me, which basically means run away, but keep it to where he can do damage to me, but I can't seem to catch him and get into melee range. So we come back, and at 15 minutes of each game, there's a Kraken that hops out of the gold mine and stands in the middle. Now, you're going to see that Kraken attacked here momentarily, but basically what this Kraken is kind of an objective that allows significant momentum swings. Another team fight breaks out here. Again, it's 3v2. We do take out the enemy Catherine first, and then we hop onto the Koshka, which is their highest damage dealing class. Due to the fact that they're attacking the wrong target in our tank rather than me, that's helpful for me. She runs away. We engage the Ringo, take him out. Very, very nice job to Chronoside once again, taking all that damage and keeping himself up. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and engage the Kraken because we know that Koshka, if she comes over, we can quickly switch to her and kill her. On the minimap, you see her in spawn right now, so I'm going to start using my abilities to burn this Kraken down as quickly as possible. He does a significant amount of damage, so you want a tank class or somebody that can heal themselves attacking that Kraken, and you want to make sure that the enemy does not tap that Kraken for the last hit, because whoever hits it last to kill it is going to go ahead and gain control of it. So now that the Kraken has been unleashed, it is now under our control, and it's going to basically crash down the lane and go attack turrets. That's all it does, is attack turrets. It's got a lot of health and a lot of damage output. So we basically have a third member on our team now, and we're checking the spawn there to see that Lord Stevo is still hanging out in spawn doing absolutely nothing for us. But that's okay. Chronoside and Powerbang got this unlocked. So as you can see, they're attacking the Kraken, trying to get it down before he does significant damage to their remaining turrets. But it's not going to matter. We do see that they've got a couple stragglers here, so we're going to start picking on them a little bit. Hopping onto Ringo as soon as possible to get him down. I do get low, but I do drop a nuke there, use my shield ability with Dead Man's Rush, and then we get the second hero down, and then we're going for the third hero now. She probably should have run back to spawn there for the health regen. That would have provided her some safety. However, she's trying to get that Kraken down desperately. They know they need to burn it down, so they're kind of in a catch-22. If she goes back to spawn, we're going to take out the turrets anyways. So we do burn her down. I use my ability, Spectral Smite, to take her out for the killing blow. That is an ace, and we have a Kraken now on the turret. The last turret's down, and we are to the enemy Vayne. The enemy Vayne has very little defense and will go down fairly quickly, especially late game. So there you have it. That's the game. We've basically won at this point, 2v3. So awesome job to Chronoside. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this gameplay. I know it's probably confusing to a lot of you that have not seen this game before. However, hopefully it's provided kind of a glimpse of what is possible and what it kind of looks like in the 3v3 multiplayer online battle arena type of game. So Vainglory is the name of the game. It's absolutely awesome. They just came out with an update today that has introduced guilds. It's introduced teams. We can now have guilds and have people in them. So if you guys haven't downloaded Vainglory yet, please do so. Not only is it awesome and you're going to enjoy it, you're going to have more videos coming out after this and stream content and abilities to interact here on the channel and have some fun. So for now, guys, this is Powerbang signing out. Till next time, take care.